But who is Gossip Girl? Joining us now, someone who may be able to help. She's the voice of Gossip Girl. It's Kristen Bell. Hello.
Hi.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Now, are you ever going to make an appearance? Because you just want to see her and she turns up. And...
I don't know. Don't you think it would take away all of the mystery?
Yeah.
If they came tete-a-tete? I mean, I know there was a possibility at the end of last season, but I don't think there's plans as of now. Though I do often threaten the show creators that if they don't put me on soon, I will go to extras casting, get cast as maybe a background artist, and just shoot one down the barrel just to let the audience know.
It would be great just to maybe see you in the background.
It would be.
Because I suppose
right?
when you agree to do something like this, and it comes through to your agents, and they say, well, okay, well, you know, it's a fantastic show, but she's just a voice. You know, she's just going to go in, and so you mustn't be a part of it really at all. You just go in and do the voiceover.
Yeah, believe it or not. Actually, the way that it came to be was because the network, the same network, the CW, had just canceled Veronica Mars, and I had done so much voiceover, I actually just asked if I could do it. Because I did realize I was a little old to be playing a high schooler, but I knew that there was a lot of voiceover, and I liked doing that kind of work. So I knew what I was getting into, and they were nice enough to let me be a part of it. But I work in Los Angeles when the kids on the show actually work in New York. So yeah. I'm not on set every day, but when I do visit, they're very warm and welcoming.
Well, apparently Lady Gaga's supposed to be in the series. Did
really?
You know that? Yes.
Well, if Lady Gaga can be on it, why can't I be on it?
But we were talking to you about that beforehand. You said, well, I haven't got a clue, so you don't know whether that's right or wrong.
I don't.
It could just be a gossip.
I work in post-production, and that's more a part of the regular production.
So you're a bit of a lobbying yourself, because you're saying that you might lobby the writers and get yourself and the producers to get yourself into Gossip Girl, but also when it comes to Veronica Mars, we were reading your Twitter, and you're doing a little bit of lobbying on there, because you'd like that to get made into a movie as well, wouldn't you?
I'm very opinionated.
Yes.
I also have a very big mouth. No, I think that there's still so many fans that are obsessed with Veronica Mars, and I miss it very much, and I think that we've tried to get a movie going, and Rob Thomas, the creator, has been told by Warner Brothers there's no enthusiasm at this point, which in movie speak means they don't think that they'll make their money back. So I think the Twitter fans and a lot of the other Veronica Mars fans were trying to let Warner Brothers know that we'd go see it in the
We should
theater.
explain to anyone who doesn't know, she's a very smart private eye.
Yeah, it sounds corny when you say it because she's a teenage private eye, but it's actually really smart writing, and it's really funny, and it's kind of dark.
It's not at all corny, because we've got a clip.
Because you had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad... Anxious to find out how far I'll go? Or are you ready to give me that name?
It was this guy, Gory, all right? Gory Sorokin. But seriously, you cannot tell him that I told you.
So you like that? You would like that to be a potential movie?
Yeah, it's not a musical, despite the clip.
Yeah.
I was very surprised when I was singing on that. But she's really, really smart, and it's kind of like Dawson's Creek meets Twin Peaks. There's murder involved, and it's kind of film noir-ish.
OK, well, let's talk about Couples Retreat. So
the movie you have made.
Yes. And so this is about you and so Cynthia and Jason, and they've got an 8-year marriage, and it's starting to go on the rock slightly. So they kind of think, right, we need to do something about this.
Mm-hmm. And Cynthia and Jason are my husband, played by Jason Bateman. His name stayed the same so as not to confuse him, because he's not that bright. And we are very cerebral, very anal retentive, and we're both young lawyers, and we put together a PowerPoint presentation about our relationship and how we are possibly looking into divorce. And there's the best therapist in the world is located at this resort, the Eden, and so we convince our friends to get the group rate to help us afford it, and we all take a vacation. And the therapy turns out to be mandatory, and chaos ensues.
Yeah, this is the sort of they take the Pelican package, because no one could afford to go otherwise.
Yeah.
I went to watch it the other day, and I have to say that if I was friends with Cynthia and Jason, I don't know whether I'd take their calls, because they're difficult people to be friendly with.
But they'll bail you out of jail, and they will be there for you through thick and thin, because they're responsible.
Yeah, absolutely. But when they come round and say, right, OK, we've got something we'd like to talk to you about, and it does take the form of a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's a powerful point that they need to make.
Yes, yes. And then when you end up on this beautiful island, and as you say, the therapy is mandatory. That you are told in no uncertain terms, you either take it or you get sent home. That one of the things you have to do is yoga. And it is
tantric yoga.
Tantric yoga,
Yes.
and we ought to have a look at what you're expected to do here.
Let's do it.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. Very nice posture. Yes. Encouragement. So I will transfer you my energy. I will transfer my karma. Here is my karma on you.
Jason!
You have a great aura. Yes.
Jason!
Encouragement. Yes. This is a great way to stretch.
Yeah.
You see? You could do this with your partner at home. Let's ride this energy out.
Yeah.
Yes, this fire has just started, and we will not put it out.
What is he doing?
I don't really know that pose.
What was the atmosphere like on set when we were
Very
doing it?
inappropriate. Very inappropriate. And yeah, well, for me, it's always been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to see another man sit on Jason Bateman's face. So for me, it was a dream come true. Although it was about 105 degrees that day, and we honestly just all got together with a yoga teacher and thought, what are the funniest positions, the most inappropriate positions we could possibly contort into? And a lot of those were my suggestions.
Were they?
Yeah. I don't know what that says about me.
Have you done
Maybe
yoga
I should
before?
take credit for that.
Do you do much yoga?
I've done a little bit of yoga, but I think I'm just flexible by nature and not in a gross way, but I just said, wouldn't this be funny and awkward? And luckily it was.
It was.
If you are going to shoot a movie, then Bora Bora is the place to shoot it.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah. And a movie hasn't been shot there in, I think, 30 years. I think 25 or 30 years. And it's even more beautiful than it looks on film. You think it's fake. That I guess a hand mixes with the sunlight, and it just makes it that beautiful turquoise blue, and you can see 50 feet down, and where we actually stayed in the same places we showed in the movie, so there's glass bottoms in portions of the bungalows where you see the fish swimming beneath you. It was heavenly.
Just stunning. There was one moment that did surprise me, though, and I suppose this is the way the movies are going, is the sort of the product placement aspect. Because there is one, as they move from one half of the island to the other half of the island, the therapy part of the island to the sexy part of the island, they wander through this hut and end up playing a video game, which is the most extraordinary sort of product placement thing.
It really is the entire scene. I don't even know if it's meant to be product placement or if it's actually because all the boys are obsessed with Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And thought we have to write a scene about it.
I just wonder whether they were paying for the movie.
I have no idea. They should have if they didn't.
You watched one last night, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was in a big shop, and it was like this close-up of this kind of big brand, and I was like, oh my God, it's very distracting in the middle of a film when it suddenly
Guitar
happens.
Hero?
Nog and something different.
Oh,
it was,
but when
it was
you
in a
see a
store.
real brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, it was a surprise.
Seems like it's just becoming more common a little bit.
I guess you could take it that way. Although I think for me, when I watch it, my friends play Guitar Hero, so it feels very real, as opposed to someone holding a can of something and trying to show it off. I have friends that play Guitar Hero all night, so that for me
in the
just
Truman
seemed.
Show.
Yeah.
It's the movie is, of course, out now, and it's Couples Retreat. And thank you very much indeed for coming to see us. And
Lovely
don't
to
forget,
meet
The
you.
Gossip
Thank
Girl
you.
is on Wednesdays at ITV2 at 8 o'clock. If you haven't seen it, thank you very much.
you
It's
for
lovely
having
to see you. Thank you.